Okay, so I know a lot of people are actually trying to summon on Makoto Yuki, and I do have some maybe good news, but it is not guaranteed, but I do want you guys to keep it in mind because they have pretty much confirmed that the banner schedule is changing. This essentially for 1.2 and 1.3 does confirm that it's going to be summer units, okay? Because there's two halves and pretty much nothing else has two halves to it besides Tomoko and Motoha's summer skins. And I'm not going to lie, the Motoha skin is pretty fire. By the way, I'm going to be streaming in like less than an hour at this point by the time I'm recording. Hop into the stream and, you know, I'm going to be grinding my level 32. I have all my shit to do for today. I didn't even finish dailies, none of that shit. I'm at 32. We have story, we have some side quests, we have the game modes. I'm going to be doing everything. We're going to see how far we get. And also, by the way, I'm going to put all my polls on the thumbnail because I think it's going to be pretty cool to like kind of log and see a catalog on the streams of how much I get because I'm going to be saving for a whole month now. So I think that's going to be really cool. Whenever I stream, these polls are going to increase and we're going to see how much I get in a month. That's going to be really sick. So join the stream. So let me show you guys those. So this is Tomoko, right? And then this is going to be Motoha. So both of these guys are going to get units. And why am I talking about them in a Yuki video? Well, this is going to lead into it. The first part of this video, we're going to talk about the schedule change. And the second part, we're going to get into Yuki's kit. And I also want to say, you guys don't need to skip Joker, by the way. You're able to summon for Joker and still get Yuki. I'm like, Makoto's fine. You're gonna get him, okay? You're gonna get him even if you summon for Joker, right? You could summon for Joker and then in a month, you're able to get another unit easily, right? And when they bring 110 out, it's gonna get easier. I just wanna make sure that's clear. Someone asked me, do I skip Joker for Makoto Yuki? And no, because you're gonna be able to summon on like 5 units between them, maybe 7 or 8, right? Now, this was the original banner schedule. Thank you, Persona 5X News. So basically, if we see we're gonna have Yui and Marion. Then after that, what we would have had would have been Fox, Queen, Phoebe, and Cord. We're skipping those, and we're going to, they're called Closer and Moko. We're going to Motoha and then Tomoko right away. Now, could it be something else? Maybe. However, nothing else has 2 parts. And because of the fact that July and August is still summer, it makes the most sense for it to be the summer units. So this basically confirms that they are switching up the schedule. Now, what am I leading to with this? Well, they could easily bring Makoto earlier. Now, there's 2 things. Number 1, Makoto would have came out like 14 months after global launch if it was normal schedule. However, there's 2 things that are going to happen. Number one, they could easily change up the schedule to where Makoto comes out in the first year, right? So instead of coming out 14 to 15 months after launch, he's going to come out in the next 12 months. So this is going to be a lot better because I know a lot of people actually do want Makoto Yuki, right? Some people are playing exclusively for the P3R collab. And considering it's not just Makoto Yuki, but we also did get Akihiko, it's a pretty goated collab, right? You have to consider it's a pretty goated collab. So the thing is, they could easily bring it earlier, right? That's the thing. Also, we have to consider, it does seem at this current point in time, it's not confirmed, but it does seem at this current point in time, banners like the 1.3.2 where it was just reruns of Reen and Riddle, which if I remember correctly, who is Reen? Hold on. Reen. Oh, fuck. Wait, I'm on the wrong thing. Yeah, so it's Yao Ling and then, it's also Haruna. So those 2 units being a rerun, they're probably taking it out. And it does seem that we're skipping ahead. So them skipping ahead means they could easily, whenever they feel like it, just drop Makoto and Akihiko earlier, right? Whenever there's a P3R collab, if they get, either they might have to get the rights or it might be very easy actually. And they could easily, in my opinion, really just drop it earlier because there's a lot of reruns. So if they cut out the fat and put reruns alongside new banners, then honestly, it would be very easy for them to just get to either fasten the pace to where Makoto comes out earlier just like that, or they could drop him earlier. So I don't want people to think the only chance of him coming is in 15 months because number 1, they are trimming the fat, and number 2, they're also going about 30% quicker as of right now. From the current information we know, where they're going about 30% quicker. Now, let's say they don't cut out any other banners and they don't change the schedule. Well, it's still going to be that Makoto Yuki and Akihiko, probably they're going to drop together. They're going to release probably by the first Danny. It's very possible that they cut off like 3 months of content or 3 months of banners, not content. And by doing that, what could happen And by the way, they're not planning on catching up. This game does not plan to catch up. They've said they are against catching up to the TW version, so don't be stressed about that. What could happen is Makoto and Akihiko could just fall on the first anniversary, right? I think that would be pretty fire. Imagine like having them for the first standing banner. I think that could be really fun. But as of right now, those are the two options. I could see them either just changing up the banner schedule more so that Makoto and Akihiko come out earlier because they want to keep the hype going, which is very fair. I'm not gonna lie. Makoto does very well on my thumbnails, and also he's one of the most asked comments of when they're coming. It's not anyone else. It's not Futaba. It's very much Makoto and then, well, P3R in general. Some people are saying they're playing exclusively for when P3R comes into the game, and I just gotta say real quick, it's so sick that they actually have like a blue background like for P3R, right? I love that it's only these two, because then you go here and then it's P5, right? So I fucking love that. I actually love that so much that they decided to do that. He works really well as a support DPS. Like, it's crazy. So he has like basically an extra skill completely, because usually everyone has like the two passives and then the four skills, one being the highlight. However, now it's going to be the third G, right? So that's the thing. Now he gets the extra assist skill, which increases an ally's attack by 20% for one turn. GG. That's it. That's it, right? Now after he uses a third G, he's going to increase all allies' attack by 40%. Right? Remember, like, just very easy after your ult. And then also more so an extra 20%, right? Now, his ult is crazy. When you're at the max 3G energy, right, you're going to be able to do 150% damage to one foe 4 times. Guys, 400%. Let's just do a little checking right now. Let's just see. Oh, that's 200%. Oh, that's 600%. Yeah, maybe Makoto Yuki is like very strong. Obviously, there's a 15-month gap from their releases, so it makes sense why there's some power creep. But yeah, no, he's fucking busted. He is busted. He is very busted. So yeah, no, it's insane. And then he gets one stack of special moon phase for 2 turns, up to 4 stacks. Okay. Now, the Cadenza increases all allies' attack by 24% and damage dealt by 19.5 for 2 turns. And then it gets 1 stack of special moon phase for 2 turns, up to 4 stacks once again. So his ult is very good. All these things, considered, there's a lot of support and DPS stuff going on. Then when you have the moon phase, he's very much a restrictive unit where you need certain things to be active. But his skill 2 is gonna be able to do per amount of stack an extra 76% fire damage. And then consume all special moon phases, and then each stack consumed is another 130%. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. And then even more, you get pen and damage dealt if you have 4 stacks. Okay, so this skill 3 is also doing a lot. And then he has a skill 2 buff, giving crit damage and attack. Like, come on. Come on. And then 2 stacks immediately. Like, GG. GG. You do 2 turns of this, for example. Bada bing, bada boom. Right? Insane damage. And then even more so, there's some damage here. And I mean, listen, all in all, this guy's damage is really good. Now, we could also check here. So, Makoto Yuki has 2 3Gs. So, there's the Cadenza we see, and then the Ardenari. I'm going to say it like that. Let me know if it's wrong. At the start of the battle, restores 35 3G if own 3G energy is less than 35, which it will be. When Makoto Yuki receives buffs, healing, shield from allies, you get 1 stack of moon phase for 2 turns. So, basically, what you could do is just use one of these attacks. Then afterwards, you're able to get buffs and shit. And then you get 4 stacks and immediately use this and you're doing big boy damage. Then increase pen, which is your shredding defense, for a 12% depending on level when he has moon phase. So let me say it's very, very good. Now I just want to see what is A. Oh, there's an A7. Oh, there's an A7. Am I tweaking? Okay, it's only in Tartarus, but okay, yeah. So it's one of these units that have A7. Okay, let's check the A6, because this is only in Tartarus, so it's not going to be like really needed everywhere, and it won't work everywhere. But let's see here. When Makoto uses any 3G, automatically triggers the other 3G. So A6, he's able to use both, because right now it's only one or the other, but he's able to use both. And then he consumes his special moon phase to deal damage with Scarlet Devouring Blaze, which is his skill 3, increases the skill damage by 20%. And when Makoto Yuki first receives fatal damage, his HP cannot drop below 1 turn below 1 until the end of the turn. And he then enters near death. He will faint with his next turn ends. Removes the... So basically, he has a death save mechanic, extra damage, and his ult activates both. Yeah, A6 could be pretty fun. If you guys really want to full invest in P3R and you're having fun, like you could definitely do that, but it's not, you don't need to, right? Dupe Zero, I mean, we see he's pretty much one of the best already. So I genuinely cannot wait for this guy. Design-wise, he's so sick. And yeah, he is, no matter what, going to be coming early just because we are advancing and fastening the like actual schedule. It does mean that Makoto will not be that late into the game, at least not 15 months in, which is huge. And he's busted, so that's great. That is great. And if they change the schedule and he comes out early, I cannot wait. I cannot wait. That would be so sick. Anyway, that's basically it for this video. Let me know what you think of Makoto Yuki. I think overall the style is so sick. For example, they also changed the UI for them, which I think is such a nice little addition and so smart. Even the fonts change. It's fire. Thank you guys for watching this video. Like and sub for more. I'll see you in the next one.